Inflation, a complex phenomenon that can have far-reaching consequences for economies and societies alike. One of the most pressing questions that arises in the context of inflation is whether the wealthy tend to benefit from it, and if so, to what extent. Let's dive into the intricacies of this topic and explore the underlying dynamics. When inflation occurs, the prices of goods and services rise, leading to a decrease in the purchasing power of a currency. This means that each unit of currency buys fewer goods and services than it did before. Now, how does this relate to the wealthy? The wealthy often have assets that can act as hedges against inflation. These assets, such as real estate, stocks, and commodities, tend to increase in value during inflationary periods. This means that the wealthy can see their wealth grow as the value of their assets appreciates. For instance, if someone owns a house and the price of houses increases due to inflation, the owner's wealth increases accordingly. Moreover, the rich have access to financial instruments and investment opportunities that can help them navigate inflation more effectively. They can diversify their portfolios, invest in inflation-protected securities, or engage in other strategies to mitigate the impact of rising prices. They can also take advantage of the time value of money by investing in assets that generate passive income, which can help them stay ahead of inflation. On the other hand, those with lower incomes may struggle during inflation. As the cost of living goes up, individuals and families on fixed incomes or with limited resources may find it challenging to keep up. This can lead to a widening wealth gap between the rich and the less affluent. To make matters worse, rising prices can make it difficult for people to afford basic necessities, let alone luxuries. It's also worth noting that the wealthy can often pass on the costs of inflation to consumers or others. For example, landlords can increase rent, companies can increase prices, and the wealthy can maintain their standard of living while others bear the brunt of inflation. However, not all wealthy individuals benefit equally from inflation. Those who are heavily invested in assets that are negatively impacted by inflation may see a decrease in their wealth. Additionally, high inflation rates can have broader economic consequences that may affect everyone, regardless of their wealth status. For instance, high inflation can lead to decreased consumer spending, reduced economic growth, and even recession. Furthermore, central banks and governments often respond to inflation by increasing interest rates, which can lead to reduced economic activity. This can have a ripple effect throughout the economy, affecting everyone, including the wealthy. It's clear that the relationship between inflation and wealth is complex and multifaceted. While the wealthy may have certain advantages when it comes to navigating inflation, the impact can vary depending on individual circumstances and investment choices. Understanding how inflation affects wealth distribution is crucial for policymakers and individuals alike as they seek to address economic disparities and promote financial stability for all members of society.